You're watching Forget Being Cool.
Hi, Keith.
Hey, Dave.
We played one of your favorite games.
One of my favorite Xbox 360 games, yes, Fable 3. I enjoyed thoroughly back in the day. I had to restart it like 3 different times back in the day because I was like running back and forth between my house and my girlfriend's house with a cloud save, and it kept getting jacked up.
Because cloud saves are not as
Right.
reliable, and definitely
that
not
was
then.
10 years ago, yeah. So I remember restarting it like 3 times, but I did finish it, back in the day. Loved it, back then. So I didn't replay the whole thing now, but I enjoyed the fact that, when they do these Xbox One X, like, upscale adjustments, and I can't remember exactly how many games they've done it for, probably around 10, give or take. But when they do those X1X enhancements to 360 games, they look fantastic. I mean, for considering it's just like enhancements that they're doing on a system level and not like a full-blown remaster or something like that, they look fantastic.
I love that they do this.
Yeah.
This game looks a hell lot better than Fable Anniversary Collection or Edition.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
I'll tell you, I'll just be honest with you, Keith, though. I'm just going to be honest. This kind of story bores me to all hell.
Oh, the Fable, like, it's, it is what it is.
The royalty, my brother's evil. We got to go kill him. Kind of thing. You got to be a hero.
How much, like we were just kind of off air talking about Chrono Trigger a little bit. How much is that any different than, like, the silent protagonist, in a 10 million, Japanese RPG?
I don't know.
Everybody's always, or the teenager that is put in unforeseen circumstances and is going to save the world from evil. They're all redone.
I don't know how different it is. It's not. It's something about the way that it's portrayed in this form, and it's the same reason I don't like Game of Thrones. Right? Like, it's the same kind of just. I don't get it. It's not my genre. I appreciate the sparkles guiding me where to go. That's nice. I don't like mini maps and not knowing which direction to go. I did run really far ahead at one point and got annoyed. And I was like, why can I just not move forward? Oh, I have to go back and kill these bats. That's a thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know, like, just for me, the biggest thing, like, we played Fable Anniversary, and obviously this is the third one.
Right.
But just it plays so much better.
Oh,
like,
yeah, it does.
Movement and, stuff like that. Like, combat, I'm not saying it's like, the most amazing combat ever invented, but it you don't feel encumbered by the combat. It's
passable. It scares me that the Anniversary Collection or Edition, why do I call it a collection? It's one game. Anniversary Edition was built on this engine, and that game played like garbage poop.
Yeah, it did not play nearly as good.
This plays fine. I never felt like I suck at it because it's limitations. I don't know. I didn't love it though. It didn't grab me. It didn't pull me in and say, Dave, you must complete this game. And I've never played it, right? So it should have. When you play the first hour or something, any game, this is a problem with a lot of games on Game Pass because we got Game Pass. Did you know that? Is that first hour needs to grab me, and this didn't. I was like, oh, look, I'm in the spirit world. Oh, I got to go collect people to get through these gates. Boring. Boring.
I kind of like the spirit world. It reminds me
Avatar? The last Airbender Avatar? Not the
No, I don't
James...
watch that. Okay. It's funny. It's actually me and my daughter because, this is granted going to come out 6 weeks later, but it's funny the things that come out. So we're like 2 weeks into Avengers Endgame at this point as far as how much money it's made.
Right.
And she's asking me today, do you think it's going to pass up Avatar? Like for,
yes.
most money? I was like, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a question considering how much they've made in 2 weeks. I mean.
I think it's the number one grossing movie of all time, period.
It will by the time it's not yet, but it will be. It's already like the 4th most or something like that in 2 weeks, which is insane.
I've seen it twice.
Yeah, I've seen it twice also. I saw it once on regular and once on an IMAX screen, which was actually more like, the kind of IMAX you see at like a planetarium, not
Oh my
like
god, I
I
love that so
we
much.
were so close to the screen. We had to go to the very back row and I still feel like we were only 50% up on the screen. It was insane.
That sounds awesome. But unlike Endgame, which grabs you in the first 15 minutes, this game does not grab me.
It certainly didn't grab me in the first 15 minutes. I enjoyed it. I liked all the kind of little things like the selling of the huts and renting them out and little things like that to make the money. And
I
I relatively speaking, enjoyed the combat. It,
I
it's
wish
a good, not great game. It's not an amazing game, but it was good. And it's one of the few things I could play on my Xbox at my girlfriend's house in 2008.
which of those Fable games like that those micromanaging buying houses, that kind of stuff, that decision making, the elements that make Fable what it is and the way I remember it, I needed to get to that sooner. And I just didn't. And I wanted to get there, and I probably would like this game a lot more if I had gotten there, but I didn't.
It's I get distracted by things. Too many things pop up at once. I mean, like the good and evil. I generally play my guys pretty good.
I do
I mean,
too.
I'm not. I don't have to be like every single decision has to be the angel side or whatever.
I
But
almost I
I don't
almost
play them evil per se.
I almost get annoyed when I make a bad decision by accident. Those
Hmm.
ones where they kind of try to trick you.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I'm usually annoyed when I do that, and I'm like, well, I didn't mean to do that. I always play the good side first. The bad side is when I come back to the game a couple years later, and I just want to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Although one
Yeah.
game with that version, which is hilarious in both directions, is Spider-Man: Web of Shadows. You ever played this, Keith?
No, God,
This
no.
game's
Why would
terrible.
I? That
It's terrible, but pick
I,
the bad side all the time. You get to watch Spider-Man break Wolverine in half. It's amazing.
would that even be possible?
No,
Uh,
he's got the symbiote.
uh,
It's
mm.
bad. It's all bad. But unlike this game is okay. Does
Yeah,
it?
no, it's not amazing. It's the third game in a series that when Fable, I mean, for people that don't, know, back when Fable was first announced, and Peter Molyneux is, kind of the king of unkept promises of, hyping his game up to levels that it will never get to.
Right.
And it was one of the first games that really dealt with the whole your choices will matter. They will affect the game world, and if you're evil, people will treat you that way. And it was a really interesting concept when it was first introduced. It didn't play out as neatly as he wanted it to, or he implied it would. But it was really one of the first things that really did that, for console games. And, it's just the continuation of the series.
Does
And I'm sure there'll be a new version coming out at some point. There's a lot of the rumors seem to be because, when they added Forza Horizons developer Playground, I think it is.
right?
A lot of rumors seem to be pointing to that they may be working on a new Fable game.
God, I love that.
So we'll see.
I think their open world engine, and this is from playing a lot of Forza, is awesome. I'd love to see Fable in a big, expansive world, not this portal system. It doesn't
Well,
feel.
you got to remember what they were working with on 360.
I
though,
know
yeah,
it's definitely not as limited as the original Fable, but
yeah.
this I still was like, yeah, this is hard to go back to just a little bit.
No, it's a good.
Does it get exciting, Keith, because you've beat it? Does it do I get a big epic battle at some point, or does this?
You do get a big, kind of towards the end, like you're kind of overthrowing a castle, for
Okay.
lack of a better word, battle towards the end, and then that's not even the end. That's what feels like the end, and then you have the omnipresent evil that wasn't just your bad king, the brother, that you have to build towards after that. And that's where you get a little more into the building of stuff where I don't remember exactly how many days it is, but after you like overthrow the king, basically you get this message of, we have to prepare for this attack and we have like 45 days or something like that to get ready. And you have all these things you can do to kind of prepare yourself and get stronger and stuff like that. But at the end of 45 days, or forget the exact number. You're going to be in this battle, no matter whether you're ready for it or not. You're going to be in this thing. So it's different.
That sounds exciting, kind of.
Yeah, it's I definitely enjoyed my time with it at the back when it came out, and I'm amazed at how good it looks.
It doesn't. It's definitely not the prettiest game ever, but it does not look bad.
No, but you're using a 2008. You're not completely remaking the game. You're taking the existing 360 game from 2007, 8, whatever it was, and you're just up-resing it essentially. And for what they can do on the up-res is incredible. For what they can do on that.
It's the brilliance that Microsoft built everything, all their consoles on a PC gaming kind of idea.
Yeah, I wonder how much work they had to do to get there. Because obviously it's not just a one size fits all thing, since they've done only like 10 games or so.
Right.
So I'm wondering just how much work goes into each game. But when they do release one, it's incredible what they do.
This is one of the better ones if you're looking for a fantasy game, and you've got Game Pass, because we got Game Pass. That's the name of this show. It's We Got Game Pass. Go give this a try. I think it's worth it. I think if this is the kind of game that appeals to you and you've never played it, definitely holds up.
And especially if you got an Xbox One X.
Yeah.
It's available on both, but the Xbox One X version, is particularly incredible.
Anyway, this has been We Got Game Pass. I'm Dave Moore. That's Keith Dahl. You can follow Keith at KDahl08. You can follow me at Tell You Dave, and you can follow the show. You can't. But it's Forget Being Cool. It's part of Forget Being Cool at forgetbeingcool.com. And we'll see you guys in another episode here. Bye.
See you guys.
For more great discussions, hit that subscribe button or visit forgetbeingcool.com.